Hello everybody, my name is Deanna and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. Today I'm going to be doing a heritage type piece for my craft room wall. I have an area in my craft room that is designed just for my genealogy, and I just like to hang different pictures and stuff in my room of my family members. This one's going to happen to be a violin, and I purchased an SVG file from my SVG hut on Etsy, and it wasn't too bad price. It was, I want to say, under $4, and originally it was a box, but I just put it together and glued it together so it's more stable. And I did a couple additional things that she didn't have as options on hers, but I felt I needed to add them. So we are going to, I'm not going to build the box with you, of course. She has a tutorial for that. So I'm not going to go through the build. I'm going to go through the elements that I added to mine and the decorating that I'm going to do. So this one is going to be of my grandmother. Her name was Catherine. And this is a picture of her when she was about 19 years old. And then this is a picture of her when she was, I believe it was either her 70th or her 72nd birthday. So these are what I'm going to incorporate in this when I decorate it. So I cut an additional piece on top of decorative cardstock. And then I've also already attached around the top here, as you can see, some decorative cardstock. This was not included in her cuts. So this is going to be, I want to say, let me measure the height. And I don't remember what I enlarged mine to. I will have to look, and I'll put it in the description down below of the video so you know what sizes I used. I used my Cricut design space to do my cutting. And I believe her SVGs can be used on other ones too. I just happened to use the Cricut file that she had. So I will leave in the description box the size that I cut mine out at. So then if you want to add these additional items, you can. So this piece here was just for the top, and it can go around longer, but I just stopped it there because I didn't need it to go any longer. Let me get a thing here. And this happens to be 1 3/4 inches high. So my other pieces will be the same height too, 1 3/4. And then these measured, I'll give you a measurement on these. They were 12 inches. So there's two pieces at 12 inches long by the 3 3/4 high. Not 3 3/4, 1 3/4 high. I am so sorry. I'm looking here. And then for these two, I scored them at 3 1/4 inches and then 3 1/2 inches. And they are going to start here at this one, and then they're going to go around to the bottom and then overlap. So we can go ahead and glue those on. And what I did was I just took this on the edge of my table and kind of pulled on it to start getting it a little rounded. Here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit too, so I'm staying in frame for you. There we go. Hopefully that'll help. So let's go ahead and glue this on. I have my hot glue gun going. I have a bunch of other elements. I have made quite a few flowers, but I'm also going to be using some other ones in the design that are pre-made purchased ones. But I did make a lot. And I have some other elements. I cut a graphic 45, just the clock part out of one of the graphic 45 dies. And I've got my string. And I will show the other additional element that I created myself that she did not have included in this. So again, these strips here that I'm adding are not included in her files. This is something I created myself to add to give me a finished look on my design here. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted it more finished. Oops, that's going crooked there. Let's get you back on track. There we go. Just wanted it to look more finished on the sides because this is going to hang in my room, like I said. I'm not going to do anything to the back because I'm going to put a hanger or something on there. Probably use, probably just the hangers that you get from, what are they called? The Velcro hangers. My mind's not working right now, I guess. So. And this one here was the same measurements as the other one, same score marks. And if you do a different size, you can do the same thing. Just measure the height of what you need and then just kind of lay it out on there. I didn't do anything special really. I just kind of cut my strips the length or the height I needed and then laid them out in there and figured out my measurements that way. And I understand that it's nice and easy just to have someone say, oh, it's exactly this. So I will go in and tell you the exact measurements that I used for mine. And that will make it a little easier for you, hopefully. Yeah, and that overlaps on the bottom, so I'm not too worried about that. It just gives it a little bit more stability. It's going to be facing down, so it's not going to... There we go. Get that glued in there good. I just used some of my Ranger inks for this, just in a pink. So this was the other piece that I connected here. And then this was just a strip of paper cut to the width. Let's see, this was 2 inches. Let's just figure 2 inches. And then I just scored it so it could go up 5/8 of an inch high. And then I just created some little cuts in there for my string to run through. So this is just a bridge for the violin because she didn't have a bridge on there. Then I just created a slit in here to slide this up in. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that in there. I just decided that it needed the bridge in there. Otherwise, it was just going to be flat. So I thought it would look. And it is not by any means perfect like a regular violin, of course. But this will help give it a little more detail, I think. Set that aside there. In addition to that, I took some little heart brads that I had, and I want to say these are from the Eyelet outlet, I think. That's where I get a lot of my brads and stuff. It's from the Eyelet outlet. And they're just tiny little pearly hearts. So I've attached 4 of those down there, and I added a piece of double-sided tape there. So we'll go ahead and pull that up. I wanted to hold those in place there without them sliding around. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Hope everybody is doing well. The country is still dealing with the COVID-19 thing. If you see this video in a couple of years, then it won't make any sense to you. But right now we're dealing with the COVID virus. Still, it's May, towards the end of May here. And again, our dear governor isn't opening up things very fast, so I shouldn't call her dear because that's not what truly I think. But anyway, we're all healthy and doing good, and I hope you are as well. So let's go ahead and slide this on there just like that. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah. So now it's got the sides done. Just like so. Perfect. All right. And what else do I do? Okay. So then this is the, and this is the thing here, and I added some stickles here on this, and that's all dried. Then I cut an additional piece and just cut off those posts, and we're going to glue that on there. And I have pre-made 4 holes for my string to go through, and in addition, put them on this one as well. So let's go ahead and slide this out of the way, and we'll get this down. And this glitter cardstock here, I want to say is Die Cuts with a View. I like their glitter papers because they do not let off any glitter all over the place like some, and it's a decent weight. It's not heavy, but it's a decent weight, and it holds up pretty nice. There. So we got that on there, just like that. Okay. Now this here is the neck, as I said, and I added additional pieces here. All I did was, because she didn't have those either, is I just took my cardstock I wanted to use. I had it laying down. I sat this neck piece on there and then just kind of drew around it and cut it out so that it was the shape that I needed. So we're going to go ahead and glue that onto this edge here. And again, I'm not going to worry about the back because that is going to be covered, or going to be up against the wall, I'm sorry. And the top, I don't have to worry about because that's getting glued onto this. So there we go. There we go. So this is going to get glued down to there, like so. All right. So let's go ahead and, now I believe this is supposed to go kind of up like that instead of down, because it is on an angle. So we're going to make sure we get that go in the right direction, and I believe it's kind of got to point more up. So that's going to be my top. So I can see my paper's a little bit long, so I'm going to trim that off so that my edges meet up better. You can see it's just a little longer, so I'm just going to kind of trim that off a little bit and do a little correction there so I don't have any problems. Same here, just a little trim there on that. No biggie. There we go. Just to make sure I don't have any problems when I'm gluing it on. And again, make sure I have the right side. Okay, that's the top. So let's go ahead and put our glue on there. All right. So I'm going to come in here and lay this down in there like so. And I wish this was just a little narrower, but it's not. So it's what it is, right? Whoops. I have to wait. I got to get a couple strings through there a second. So my string is from a dollar store near me, and it's called Forever in Time Papercraft Collection Glitter Poly Braided Cord. So I'm using the white and the silver. And I've got to stick this through there. If I can get it. I need a bigger hole. Okay. Trying to make a bigger hole there. There we go. Well, goodness sakes. All right. Let's see if I can get this pushed in there with my... I don't want the hole huge because... There we go. And I got to cut off extra because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need. So I'm going to guess here. Just like that. So that is about 12 inches that I've cut that. So let's go ahead and get this one going through there too. And then we'll glue that off on the back. The top one I'm not worried about right now because that is going to be separate. Okay. All right. With my other one, I had added glue to the end there so it didn't fray. I'm going to have to do the same to this one so it doesn't fray. It stays together. And that's a trick I use with a lot of my twines and stuff. I just add glue, twist it in the direction it's supposed to go, and then just kind of let it set up a minute. All right. Let's see here. All right, there we go. All right. So now I'm going to take a piece of double-sided tape. Maybe. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I know it's here. I just used it just a little bit ago. All right. A piece of double-sided tape, and let's get those held down there. Just like so. And then when they're glued down, that'll hold them too. All right. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And I'm going to cut that one off about 12 inches too. Let's go ahead and, well, I've got these out here before they start moving around. We'll just add our glue to it, twist it around the end, just like that. I'm going to do the same to the piece that's left on the end here. So when we go to use that, it's all ready to go on that end at least anyway, right? Okay, let's try again. Let's add some more glue. Nice amount of glue on there. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. All right. Don't want to get glue on those. All right. Just like this, I think. Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry, I'm just kind of holding that. I'm going to put it down like this and kind of press on it. Get that set up a little bit there. Just for a couple minutes. All right. So let's get our string going here again. Let me cut, let's see. Cut this one. Oops, not those scissors. I have fabric scissors and I have other scissors, and those paper scissors don't cut very good on other things. Let's see here. There we go. And I got this twine just at, it's a dollar store, but it's a local dollar store. So it's not a chain one. So I can't help you out on that because it's located in Michigan here. If you're from Michigan, it's in Hudsonville. And it's just a little local dollar store that's been around for years. And they carry different things than like Family Dollar and them do. I mean, they carry some of the same things, but most of the time it's different things, and they have quite a bit of product for crafting and stuff. So it's a good sized store, actually. But I don't go all the time. Probably go maybe 4 or 5 times a year, I guess, depending on what I need. Sometimes I head out there more, but it's not too far away. It's probably a 20-minute drive for me, so it's not too bad. All right, so we've got those two. Now let's go ahead and poke this one through here, just so they're all through. And we're ready to go. There we go. I'll make that hole bigger too. My other piece here. Then we're not messing with this, trying to get it once it's on. Mess. Okay. There we go. All right. So now I did not pre-make these, so we're kind of doing these things together. She didn't have directions for this part, so this is just my interpretation of it. Let's see here. I think we'll go up with this one, and then I'll cut a small piece of white for that to glue over top of that to keep that in place too. There we go. Because we don't want those sliding out. There we go. Now let me just get a piece of white cardstock here. Just wondering if I should. I think white will be fine. I think that'll work. So let's see here. Like so. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of cut this down a little bit. Make sure it's gonna fit on there without being seen. And then we'll glue her down. I think that'll work. Here we go. Some glue. All right. Put that right on there like that. Perfect. All right. So now we got all of our strings going down there. So I did 2 here in the center, kind of closer together, and then my bottom 2 are a little further apart. And then we'll run them through the bridge here and then onto the other thing here. So this has to be glued here and here, and I'm hoping that it holds. To me, this should have been a little bit like the SVG for this should have been up here further, and allowed for more of the bridge of the top to be on the box. But hey, I'm going to try to center this here like so. Just like that. That looks pretty centered, I think. Okay, let me see here. Looks pretty good. And I suppose you could hot glue it, but I think that'll hold pretty good. Okay, well, that's kind of setting up. I'm just going to let it be. And, oh yeah, we've got, ooh, that's going to be close there, isn't it? I'm hoping that's long enough. Now that I see it, I won't have much to wrap around there. These are kind of tangled up on each other here. There we go. So those are the middle. These are the outsides here. Yeah, I think we'll have just enough there. This one's the one I'm concerned about now, but I think we'll be all right. So I'm going to let that go. I've got some, this is like a fabric trim, and it's got leaves on it. I bought mine online. I want to say through AliExpress, but I know Hobby Lobby sells something similar to this in their ribbon department. And here's the clock that I created. And then I just added a couple of my hands from, these were actually hands from Hobby Lobby in their paper crafting department. This is a punch that I got from, it's a doily dies that I got from AliExpress. And I decided on this one, so I'm going to glue that one to there. This is bumped up here with just some chipboard pieces, double layer chipboard pieces that I put on there, just to raise it up a little bit. So I'm going to add this to my other piece here, just to kind of make it more decorative. I think that is cute. So there we go. And we're going to let that set up. And I will pull some of the flowers I got. Now these flowers here, they are from that same dollar store. And you get 6 flowers for $1, of course. And they're not too bad. They're nice roses. So I'll probably use some of those. So I did not make those. But I did make these ones here. I got a whole tray of flowers here that I made. So, but these ones I made specific for this project. Aren't those beautiful? I love them. Love, love, love them. And I made this one, of course. And then I've got some smaller ones. I created these ones too. These are pretty big, so I don't know if I'll use those on this. And here's a pink one that I created. It's got pinks and peaches in it. So that's a nice one too. All right. And then I did create these two. But I think the white is more wintry looking to me, so I don't think I'm going to use those. And then I did create these. These ones I designed myself. So I'm working on that to create a file to sell. But these ones I did create myself. So hopefully in the future I'll have a file of that if you're interested you can purchase. But that's not ready to go yet. All right. I think this is set up good. So let me go ahead and bring this through the brush here. Down like that. And then back down. And around. Those like that. I don't want it too tight. Don't want it too tight. Okay, there we go. that. And I only went down probably about, oh, about 1/8 of an inch, I want to say, on that bridge with my hole. So not too deep. And I'm just wrapping the string around there. Let's go with the next one. Yeah, it's about a 1/8, maybe 1/4. Not too far down in. That one. Oopsie. I don't want to pull them too tight there. Okay. I don't want this part here to curve up, so that is my concern. So there, like that. And then that one was just about the right length there, wasn't it? Once I get this around there a couple times, then I can straighten everything back out here. There. All right, so there's my strings. Like so. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So I'm just going to add some glue underneath my brads here, and hopefully that will hold that twine in place. So I'm just going to squirt some glue in there, like right up into there, and get it to hold those twines in place. And then I'll trim them off. There we go. Let me lift you up there so you can see the heart brads. Aren't those cute? Okay. So, yeah, like that. I think that'll... All right, there we go. Okay, so let's get our flower back on here. And then I think I'm going to go in and try to snip these. And then we'll just tuck them under there. Tuck them back under there. Can't be seen. There we go. There we go. All right. Here's my finger. Tuck that in. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do with some of these flowers here. Oh, the pictures. I want to get my pictures kind of in there. And I am thinking, I thought about doing an overlay of the two. Maybe I'll do one on one side, one on the other. Yeah, let's do that. I want to bump these up though, and this is just some scrap chipboard here. And so I'm just going to cut a couple of these, and then we'll glue those on the back of the pictures here. Just like so. Yeah. This picture was taken in the very early 1900s of my grandmother. And she married my grandfather when she was 16 years old. And she had my dad, and he was the baby. And he had brothers and sisters that were, I mean, he had sisters, actually, not brothers. He did have brothers, but he had a few sisters that had quite a few children before he was even born. So he was the baby of the family. I might need a few more of those. Let me see here. Let's just grab some more scraps here. Make her up higher than that. Yet. Higher yet. Okay, maybe like that. And like that. And then this wasn't sinking in like that. It's like wanting to sink in there a little bit, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out here. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, and then I think we can do that. We can add some flowers down along here to kind of cover up that edge. So I'm going to round these edges off here a little bit, just so it kind of makes it easier to add some additional elements. It's not so squared away. Here we go. This picture shows she was actually sitting down in this picture, so it makes it a little shorter. All right. Okay, so let's take a look here. And I do want to get some, I got some smaller flowers too. Pink. Got some smaller flowers. Oh, there's a pretty white one there, isn't it? This one I made a while back. No, Gert. Gert, no. Gerda is my German Shepherd. She is 126 pounds. She's a good girl for the most part. She is a dog, so she sometimes can get on my nerves when she's not doing what she's supposed to, or just being a doggy. Here's some other ones I made here. Okay. This one I made. I think I need a couple gems here. Where am I finding them here? Here we go. These are just gems from the jewelry department at Hobby Lobby. And I want to say they're right around, $10 for the box, or it was when I bought it. And then I used, actually they were 50% off during the sale, during one of their jewelry sales. So I didn't pay very much for them, and I've had them for a long time. And as you can see, I still have a lot left. So it's a good investment. Of course, they're not sticky or anything on the bottom, but I just use a little art glitter glue, and that works pretty good for them. Okay, maybe, do I need another one on there? Let's put one more on this one here. And just see. Sometimes if they're higher up, you can get your leaves and stuff underneath there a little bit. Makes it a little easier to adjust things. Yeah, I kind of like that. Do I need to put you higher? I'm going to leave her on that side there at that height. And okay, I'm just going to go ahead and attach her on the left side here with some hot glue. There we go. Good amount of hot glue there. And we'll get her kind of underneath there like that. Just like that. Okay. There we go. And then let's go ahead and attach her on the right side here with some hot glue. Also, just like that. Okay. All right. Let me see the pink one here. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I think I was going to try to do pearls around here. It's going to be a little harder now. You know what? Nope, I'm not going to. Nope. Not going to. Let's go back to this pink one here. See what we got. All right. So I think I'm going to glue that one under there. Again, just some hot glue puddled up on there. I'm going to slide some of those leaves down underneath her like that. I do like this little one here. I think that's cute. So let me get I'm going to put a couple of these tiny single flowers on there. These are always nice as fillers. Go. Okay. I think this blue one would be nice because I think I can get part under there. Over this one. Oh yeah, that's a nice one there. Okay, let's glue that one there. A puddle of glue. Like that. There we go. I'll lift this up so you can see it a second here. Just like that. And then I want my clock, I think. Let's see here. Yeah. Maybe like up in here. I'm going to wait on the clock. Ooh, that might look good here. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like the looks of that. Yeah. Underneath. Oh, I kind of think I want it on top. Like a show. Like so, like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some strips underneath this to lift it up. And let's see here. We will just adding some more scraps of chipboard. Oops, well, that's going to be messy. I just pulled out one of the dividers. Okay. That's going to be messy. Oops. Oh. I don't care if they're mixed together a little bit. That's not going to hurt anything. That's not going to hurt nothing. I'm so excited to finally be getting this thing done. I've been messing around with it for like 3 weeks now. Gathering things and trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. And all that kind of stuff, you know. All right. So like that, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab another glue stick. We'll go ahead and add a glob of glue to this here. Like so. Right. And then, oops, I want you pointing in the right direction there. Just like that. Okay. Just like that, I think. There we go. I think that'll work. Got that on there like that. I just like clocks for some reason in the older pictures and stuff. Sure. Got a little flower here. Let's add a little gem to that. Just a little one. Didn't have a set plan in my head, which is kind of how I do things a lot. I just grab a bunch of different things that I think I'll like or might want to use, and then I just keep compiling them, and then when I'm ready to go ahead and build, then I have all those elements kind of ready to go. And that's what I did with this. Just really, I'm going to leave that a second. Okay, so let's go ahead. I got these ones here. These are pretty too. I'm going to trim this wire off there, but then I'm going to push it over and glue it down when I put this on where I decide to go. Maybe get one up here. Let me get some things up here. Let me close this for right now so I don't knock this off with my arm. And I wanted some of this vine, I thought, on here too. Let me see. Like, let me cut off a piece of this. And I just thought it'd be nice to have some greenery here. And maybe have it wind around this, kind of in and out of here. Oops, get in there. Kind of like that. And then around. it's just growing through everything. Nice and loosely, yeah, like that. Again, maybe. And then down. Down and around. Under. Can I get this under there? Tweezers here. Oop. There we go. Yeah, maybe just like that. And then I'll just glue it down there. Okay, like down. Under here like that. And then tack this down over here. Let's do that. Tack it down. Like right over here. So let me get some on this little edge here. Like so. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of like that vine moving around through things like that. I think I do want to add a little bit of glue right under here though to hold it in place there. All right. So now back to our little flowers here. I think we can get some of these going on there. So let me get a glab of glue there. Slide that up under there. And then don't want that pretty. I like the colors in that one. Yeah, let's this is one I made. Okay. There's a cute little pink one there. Let's see, get a blue one in there. Another blue one. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put a glob on there for this blue one here. Get that in there like that, I think. I'm just going to kind of hold that a second while it sets up. Okay. And the light pink one here. Let's go ahead and again, these are my older scissors. These are used just for paper, and these wires are pretty thin, so I'm not worried about it hurting my scissors too much. There we go. Oh, I kind of like that. So let me bring it out here just a little bit more so you can get just a little bit better view of the whole thing here. There we go. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, let's see here. And Let's go ahead and put a tiny dab of glue on this one here. This little lone white one. I only have one of them, so that'll be a good spot for that. And then I think I'm just going to take some gems and put them here and there. Look at that. Let me see here. I don't want to cover up my hearts. I like these tiny little ones here too. They're kind of nice. They don't take up a lot of room. You know. I have a couple butterflies too that I got ready for this. Maybe I'll, oh yeah, let's use a couple of those. Let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and put, oh, I like those. Should go ahead and put a pink one up there. Let me see. I've just kind of bent it in the center so that it's okay. I think I'll put it on that leaf there. Let's try that. Let's try that a second there. Dab of hot glue, and I'll just see if we can get it to stay on that leaf there. Give it a second to dry. Okay. And then I have a teal one. And these were also from that craft store. They were, oh, let me see. What did I do with them? They came in a packet of butterflies there. And then I have these ones that were in my stash that are kind of pretty too. And these are thick. They got copper wire for their little antenna. You can see those. They're kind of pretty. They were just kind of in my stash. So I do like this one too. And that was one of the ones that was in a... Yeah, let's go ahead and just put a little glue on the back of this one. And we'll attach that to this rose over here like that. That's set up, and then we'll okay. And honestly, I think really that is just, I think that's just about perfect. I don't think I want to do too much unless I can get a butterfly down in here or something. I'll notice it'll be right down there. Not very. Not very. Okay, so I'm going to save those butterflies for another project. I did have these silver butterflies out too. These were from that same store, Forever in Time, Paper Craft Collections. And these are from that store, Epoxy Brass. These are from that store. Got Moments, Memories, Enjoy and Cherish. Kind of thinking about that Cherish one. Let me see. Like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue that on there too. So it does have a foam dot on there, but I'm just going to go ahead and put some hot glue on there. So I know that it's going to stay just like that. And I'm going to leave it, I think. I'm going to leave it just like that. Thought about adding some more bling here and there, but I think it's fine. So there. And again, I'll leave the description, in the description, the company that I purchased this SVG file from. And I love it. I think it turned out pretty good. So, like I said, this was a box, but I just glued it together. And that is my Grandma Katherine. So, thanks everybody for joining in and following along as I create this beautiful piece for my craft room to hang on my wall. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're not, please do so at this time. You can go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down right in that right-hand corner there. And when the bell pops up, go ahead and hit that, and you can be notified each time I put up a new video. And as always, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.